So we got Beach Tribe quests for this should be the last one we have to do. Yep, Shahagan, and I think this will actually unlock a really interesting quest. So, our efforts to achieve peace may have been on vain, Lions. Undermining Zog's leadership at the face of the parley, I'm afraid I stripped away what little strength he had left. The Carl Trions have attacked yet another ship, and this time they've taken a prisoner. While the raid itself is sufficient cause for concern, the fools have abducted a high-ranking Lamentan official. Now the situation is political. If the threat posed by the return of Lord Leviathan was enough, then this incident will surely put pressure on the Shorewalker elders to escalate this engagement to full-scale war. Lions, I beg you, you must speak with the Maelstrom commander. It is vital that we learn what plans have been set in motion. It is all we can do to contain the damage caused by Zug's insanity. The nearest officer in rank will be in Camp Skull Valley. You're a mighty hero. Perhaps your words will sway the Maelstrom from the path they've doubtless do not wish to trend. Alright, so let's go and chat with them real quick. I know my stream title says I'm doing Heavensward, so why am I doing a Realm Reborn content? Just because I want to wrap this up real quick. And we never have to do Beast Tribes in here again. I have no task for you at the present adventure. The recent crisis demanding our full attention is no simple matter of ousting a nest of belligerent dodos. The Scarlet Sea Devil, an infamous fishback pirate, has long not been perished, had the temerity to lead an assault on a limited warship. In addition to heavy casualties they inflicted on the crew, the Shogun reportedly took prisoner a Counselor of Coin. Counselor Turston is one of the Admiral's most trusted advisors and an essential figure in day-to-day running of the Thalassocracy. His abduction is a blatant act of hostility which the Maelstrom must answer. We go to war. Huh. Have we considered an alternative course of action? There's only one response to this kind of attack. Admiral Balsawin has already instructed our troops to make ready for full-scale retaliation. The warships of the Armada are assembled and await but the order to set sail. The savages won't know what hit them. The charts will need to be redrawn after our cannons are done bombarding their shore. Then we'll send in the ground levy, that's us, to mop up any fishbacks who survive the cannons. Save your breath, adventure. The fishbacks afforded any rights in negotiation when they lay their slimy talons on a Navy vessel. Brute force is the only language they understand. Yeah, might as well put that on. There we go. So, the Finless ones will not be deterred from their righteous course. No matter who emerges the victor in the coming conflict, slaughter will be answered with slaughter, and our spawning grounds will give birth to naught but death. I can see but one way to steer us clear of this abyss, Lions. You and I must rescue the Shorewalker official ourselves. But if we're going to attempt to undo this madness, however, we must first discover where the Counselor is being held. Our ambitious schemes, such as this, would require extensive planning, and Zug likely provided the Serpent Reaver's lackeys some manner of written instruction. A search of the Serpent Tongues may provide us with the information we need. Quickly now, Lions. Time is of the essence. Okay, easy enough. Your search line, was it successful? Yeah, that was not that hard. There you go, have that. Ah yes, the parchment is there we go. The parchment is soiled, but I can still make out the words. They plan to keep the Counselor prison aboard the Lost Duchess, one of the Reaver's own ships. I do not know these Zug's final instructions, but we have no time to assume otherwise. Ride an Elbist out in order to the pirate vessel is said to have dropped anchor and take the crew by surprise. Though I do not swim quite so swiftly as one of Paul's sea beasts, trust that I will not be far behind. Okay. We are going to do a quick leveling one, just because, I am working on getting my classes up. This one shouldn't take too long. Well, depending on what it is. Let's see. What are you gonna give us? Okay. This one's a little bit longer. Still, it might be about like 15, 18 minutes. Where did I put that? Oh, there's meditation. Actually, you know what? I am going to move those back down here. You'll call a lot more than that. Excuse me? So what, 29,000? Okay. A decent experience. This is going pretty quick. We're already on the second boss, and we're only about 5 minutes in. It's not bad at all. Well, let's go ahead and meditation. Just get that popped off. Get behind him. Okay, so we should be able to get a level out of this. Maybe 2. We'll see. Okay. Oh shit. God damn it. Misclick on that. Let's get back in there. The dragon should be coming down any second now. There you are. Alright, that technically didn't count as a boss fight, so it's dumb. But whatever. I don't like any of this. Okay. We're kind of in a bad spot. Nice. Man, I don't want that gear. Alright, so that's done. What did we put it, what did they get us to? Almost 44, which is really nice. Let's go ahead and switch over to Bard just for these quests. See what happens. Clutchfather, bid me ready my swiftest elf beast. Or best, be sure to hold on tightly. Alright, time to fuck him up. Okay, am I fucking them all up? Oh, no, there we go. Nice. Why does the Shock Hagen come to my aid? Am I to trade one captor for another? My thanks. These manacles were beginning to chafe. Now I could see that you are some manner of sellsword, but I'm not quite sure what to make of this scaled gentleman. A friend of yours? You are not free of this yet. Stay close to me, lest you be tossed overboard. Seems that the mantle of Scarlet Sea Devil will not sit firmly upon my shoulders until I have sent you to the depths. Zug, do you realize what is at stake here? Your reckless ambition endangers the fate of our entire tribe. The Shorewalkers ready their armada even as we speak. Does the thought of war with the finless ones now frighten you so? Let them come. My antics are of a spawning's mischief compared to a mayhem you once committed. Ready your spear, did old one. Let us see if yours have stolen your skill as well as your spine. Well, that was quick. The wound is not fatal. It'll leave a nasty scar. did not ask for your pity. Finish it now. Kill me. Show me a parent who would kill his own child. Shahagan blood ties run deeper than most abyssal sea trench. Wait. You beg for the impossible. I will not slay my own son. I reject you as my clutch father. Why did you throw away all that you had become? Why did you not seek vengeance on the shorewalkers who wronged us? You know the answer to those questions. Surely you have not forgotten what befell your spawn brothers. At the side you stood, the only surviving hatchling, and shed a river of tears for your slain clutchmates. Yes, I wept for them, and made them a promise. I would avenge the deaths with the blood of 1,000 shorewalkers. I would grow into a warrior both mighty and terrible to behold, the Scarlet Sea Devil reborn. I would do what you would not. You cannot protect that which you love with a name, no matter how fearful. It took the greatest tragedy of my life to open my eyes to the truth. Zug, I'd spare you that pain again. I'd have you be what the future our people need. I only wanted what is best for all my sons. Clutch father. Weigh anchor and take the helm. We make for the nearest shorewalker port. Prepare a boat to take our guests to shore. Lions, was it? My thanks again. Were it not for you and your Shahagan acquaintance, I'd be rubbing my wrists raw trying to escape those infernal shackles. It would seem I'm laboring under a misconception. I was convinced that all Shahagan, all beastmen in fact, were not but bloodthirsty murdering savages who have not the slightest concept of peace or compromise. But after meeting Nav, did you call him? Intriguing fellow, yes. Well, after witnessing his exchange with his son, I see now that our fishback enemies are more complicated than our bedtime tales of horror would lead us to believe. I have 3 younglings of my own, you see, and I am quite eager to hurry home and reassure them that their father is very much alive and well. Before I do, however, I shall contact the Admiral and convince her to rescind the order of attack. It would not be an easy task, but the man who holds the nation's purse strings, my words carry a certain weight. Oh, and here. Gulls are often a welcome sight on ships, as their presence means lands and home is close by. Londonsian sailors begin gathering the feathers dropped on deck and fashion them into trinkets to give their children as a symbol of hearth and happiness. I'd be grateful if you could see that the feather into your Shahagan friend's hands. Beastmen are no. I have seen that father wishes the same for his offspring. Perhaps in time we will find more common ground between our peoples. I hope it would not require the threat of imminent war to bring about future revelations to fight. Alright, so let's go check in with him real quick, turn that in. I believe it'll have me go back to Limsa. Lions, I have no words to thank you. Without your aid, I don't think war with the Shorewalkers could have been avoided. Zug has disbanded the Coral Tridents and is set on traveling for a time. Among all my offspring, he is the most like me, the most determined and stubborn. I sense he is hesitant to return to the nursery. But return he will in time, and when he does, I hope to see him a stronger and wiser Shahagan than I ever was. Such pleasant thoughts will sustain me while I raise his unruly spawn brothers. The counselor wished me to have this. I see, a gift from parent to child, a symbol of joy and family. So many of my offspring were slain by the Shorewalkers. The rage spawned by that act will never fully leave me. But it is nothing compared to the desire I feel to protect my surviving spawnings. I pray that this trinket can one day represent not just the bond between parent and child, but the birth of understanding between our peoples. You have achieved more for this cause than I could have dared hope. In the days to come, I only ask that you not forget us, Finless One. Whenever thoughts of vengeance seek to consume you, remember this nursery, and remember me and my spawnlings. And should you choose to visit, you will always be welcome here. You are no longer some strange shorewalker. To us, you are a clutchmate. Okay, so now we go back to Limsa. Lions. Seems the business of Shahagan had been rather involved than anyone's expected. Master Karen very much resembled the writhing chaos of our namesake. Once word of Counselor Thurston's abduction sparked the call to war. 'Tis fortunate that our marching orders were rescinded after we launched our attack. There are none in our ranks that feared to step upon the field of battle, but any day that ends without bloodshed is a good day. And I hear you yourself were responsible for the Counselor's timely release. I think it's time that my eye for enlisting talented veterans played some small part in the way the events played out. So, Lions, you averted a war and rescued a high-ranking official. Not a bad result, all told. But you must remain vigilant. While we welcome the possibility of peaceful coexistence with the Shahagan, we cannot ignore the threat that the primal Leviathan yet presents. For the nonce, however, you have earned a respite from duty. On behalf of the Maelstrom, I commend you for your courageous actions and injurious diplomacy. Might you consider a bath during your well-deserved rest? I seem to detect the slightest scent of rotting crab meat. Lions of the Science, you are as ever a welcome sight in Maelstrom Command. Our worst fears have realized. The primal Leviathan has returned to threaten our shores. We didn't think it possible for the fishbacks to summon their rambunctious gods without considerably large period of preparation, but could be no mistake. Prior to contacting Oriange, I received a report detailing the almost complete destruction of a merchant fleet upon the open sea. Only one vessel managed to limp into port, bearing decidedly unwelcome news of Leviathan's resurgence. Judging by the testimony given by the surviving crew members, the massive waves the entity levied against the ships dwarfed anything we have seen the Primal Command before. Should he unleash a tidal wave of similarity in powered proportions, Limsa would scrape from this island like a barnacle from the hull, and it is with such dread imagings in mind that I bid you sail forth to slay the Lord of the World yet again. Our strategy remains unchanged. The twin vessel, the World Eater, is already being prepared in command of... make your way to Morby dry docks once your preparations are complete. Seek out... Oh, wait. This is not what I wanted to do. No, I don't want to do that. Because I'm pretty sure that's... Yeah, that's this. I don't want to do that. I do want to go back to Shihagins real quick, and there should be another quest somewhere. I just don't know where it starts. Okay, so we'll get the wind up Shihagin, and we'll use all our money to buy this. And now we have no money again, which is fantastic. Love that. Okay. So, I know one of the cities. It's either one of the cities or one of the beast tribes. I'm not sure which. We didn't see anything in Limsa, nor did we see anything about the Shihagin. I should have checked what the... I don't think it starts in the Goblins. What is this? Call of the Wild? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, this might actually be it. I think this might be it. Let's see. Lions, on behalf of the entire Order of the Twin Adder, I extend to you our highest accolades. While lasting peace with the beast tribes will not come easily, our efforts have laid the foundation upon which the peace may one day be built. It's to you, our most accomplished ambassador, that I would entrust an assignment of utmost importance. Lieutenant Galvin will brief you on the particulars. Godspeed, Lions, and may the elementals watch over you. Lions, what I would not give to hear of your adventures with the Ixal over a flagon of mead. Yet I fear the most pressing matters demand our attention today. When you are ready for the briefing, you need only say the word. Your zeal is most appreciated, friend. Allow me to delve straight into the matter at hand. We've received a most disturbing report from our contact in Little Solstice, the esteemed scholar of scientific mysteries by the name of Voice. I could not make sense of his missive. I dare say I've seen chocobos with better quillsmanship, but it would appear that recent events have struck the fear of gods into the man. With few sentences I could decipher specifically asking us to contact the Immortal Flames and send for you, Lions. It would seem that Master Voice has quite taken with your prior efforts on his behalf. It need not be said that any threat facing the Sylphrons is potentially a threat to Gridania as well. Please make for Little Solstice and look into the matter that concerns Master Voice so. Alright. Yeah, I think this is it. Wait, what is this? Oh, this is... Oh, again, this is the wrong one. Walking One is here. Has Walking One heard of Lord Ramio's return? Then this one does not need to explain. Walking One should wait here while this one fetches Elder One. This is not what I wanted to do. Fuck. Walking One is most welcome in this one's home. The gentle sighs of the winds and trees and brooks tell the Walking One's peaceful words with Lord Ramio. These ones also heard the Thunderous One challenge Walking One to battle. This one is certain that Lord Ramio was pleased with Walking One's strength. And such strength Walking One has. Arrow shooting ones often tell grand tales of Walking One, and this ones are glad to call Walking One friend. But this one must warn Walking One. Touched ones have summoned Lord Ramio once more, and thus with the offering of many, many more crystals. This one does not think Thunderous One means to bring judgment to Gridania. After all, Lord Ramio made a special promise to Walking One. It is the intentions of the Touched One that concerns this one. Touched Ones yet act in fear and in hate. Even should Lord Ramio ignore Touched One's destructive wishes, his presence alone drains the land of ether. It is not just Gridania, but the whole entire realm that Thunderous One threatens. Life would seep from the soil, crops would wither and die. Then, though Lord Ramio will it otherwise, Walking Ones will go to war and over what remains. This one begs brave and courageous one to fight again. Touched Ones must understand that summoning Thunderous One is futile, that Thunderous One respects the strength of Walking One. Thank you. This one knew Walking One would do the right thing. Walking One knows how to visit Striking Tree, touch the 8th right found in the domain of Touched One, and Walking One should soon face to face with Beard of Lord Ramio. These ones will listen to Forest's voice for news of Waking One's victory. I hate the sylphs. I really hate the sylph.
You're done with Beast Tribe quests.
Almost. Almost. This is like the final one. After you max them all out, there's like one final one where they all come together for like a common goal. What's this? My copy of A Brief History of the Twelveswood has been replaced by a tome detailing 240 varieties of beatskin feces.
What?
The sylphs like to pull pranks. White Lions, whatever you're doing here, I sent for you? Now you mention it, perhaps I did. What is the matter? What is the matter, you say? A veritable peck of pottings pilfered from Little Solstice while I was taking a brief respite from my research. You must help me, friend. Why, were Elder Fixio to find out that this happened under my watch, this one would be entirely unsurprised. This one is heartened by Brave One's presence. Is there one thing I can be said for the Bumbling One, is that Bumbling One has strong and trustworthy friends. This one fears is exactly as Bumbling One says. Little ones that these ones have raised with care, little ones soon to sprout to life, gone. Every single last one. As you well know, friend, podlings are young sylphs who are in their pre-birth state. Why, this is no mere act of theft, but sylph napping on an unprecedented scale. Little ones are the future. Without little ones, there will be no to carry on these ones' vision of peace. The touched ones are behind us, no doubt, having failed to capture the chosen one. Now they would rear an entire generation of hate-filled, treacherous sylphs. We must stop them. And by we, I mean brave lions here. You will venture into Sylphlands and rescue the little ones from the hands of their would-be kidnappers, yes? Yes, you must. Okay. Let's track them down real quick. He looks, but does he see? No, he does not. Otherwise, he would not be looking where he is looking. That which you seek will not be found here, for this is not the idle mischief of a malevolent sylph. Oh no, this is but the prelude to a dark and dastardly plot that threatens to shake Eorzea to its very core. My name? You could call me Sylvie. But you will have no occasion to do so, for I shall pursue our kidnapper, and you shall return and see to your own concerns. That is, if you know what is good for you. Farewell, friend. Our paths will not cross again. I must hurry. Yes, hurry to L'Ostancia before tragedy strikes again. Ah, there you are, friend. I trust that you gave those nasty sylphs their due— Oh, goddammit. What's that you say? It was not the touched ones that did the deed, and 'twas a mysterious green-haired maiden that shared this knowledge with you. Whoever could be behind this unconscionable crime? Perhaps the answer lies in one of my tomes. On the medicinal properties of Genbu feces. Oh, this won't do at all. Whoa, woe is me. It would appear that there is more to the disappearance of the podlings than I originally suspected, but where to turn to next? Now we will apply scientific method to analyze the situation. The girl Sylphie said that the touched ones were not responsible for the crime. As the sylphs' little solstice would have no reason to kidnap their own, we could safely deduce that the perpetrator is not a sylph at all. Do you follow me thus far? You also said the girl mentioned L'Ostancia, and she must travel before tragedy strikes again. Good gods, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Pirates. Yes, pirates have stolen the podlings to sell in the black market. Those scheming, thieving scoundrels. Fortunately for us all, I just so happen to have an acquaintance in the area. A colleague, I should say. He's a naturalist specializing in marine life. He goes by the name Gaston, primarily, I suspect, because that is his actual name. You'll likely find him at the Drowning Winch. He's often said his ideas flow most readily after a pint of Verderon's best. Okay, so we go to L'Ostancia now. The seas are angry today, friend. The wave of tin spars high if they were if there were a foam. They'd be saying in port if you know what, not a sailor but adventure you say. Sent by voice you say. La, I mean take me. I journeyed halfway across the realm in hope of ridding myself of that barnacle-brained lubber. Fortunately for you and your buggling friend, you've caught me old Gaston in a good mood. So enlighten me, what has that bloody fool gotten himself into this time? Is this supposed to tell me something? This letter looks like it was penned by a half-drunk chocobo. Be so kind to spare me the headache and give me the details yourself. A mass kidnapping of baby sylphs, and that bloody halfwit thinks it was pirates that could have done the deed. Sounds just crazy enough to be true. I was at the docks but a few bells ago when I spied an unfamiliar face. The man had just acquired a vessel, it seemed, and if me ears heard true, was looking to sail at the half-stone amidst the fierce fog. A scholar with a face like mine ain't gonna be one to judge by appearances. Well, I didn't like the look of didn't like the cut of this man's jib, if you gather my meaning. Mind you, I didn't speak with the blighter myself. Me son Robin had a few words with him, though, and he didn't seem to enjoy the experience none. If you speak with him for yourself, you'll find him at the docks. Seems his adventure under the sea hasn't dampened his passion to follow in his old man's footsteps. Okay, where's that at? That's over by... Yeah, I remember you. You're the adventurer who returned that necklace to the nice fisherman for me. You did return it, didn't you? That was so nice to me. They were so nice to me after all. I just had to do something nice for them, too. Wonderful. I knew I could count on you. What's that you say? Father told you about the strange man at the docks. I saw him, I did. He was wearing some strange metal mask. At least I hope it was a mask. It looked like more part of his face. He seemed to escort us settle with Nav. Nav. Of course I didn't remember until I saw your face, but the nice fisherman that you saved me, one of them was named Nav, I'm sure of it. And the nice fishermen are in danger? Please tell me you'll go and make sure they're safe. And bring them this. Tell them it's a thank you gift from Robin. Okay, so we go to Aleport. Are my eyes to be believed? Yes, Lion's returns. What brings my shorewalker spawning back to the clutch? Origins. This is a true delight. Ever since the last batch you brought, my spawnings clamor endlessly for more. A present from the finless child. This pleases me greater still, as perhaps a new generation bring hope for peace between our peoples. Clutch Father, I need your counsel. Do we quickly forget, Sue? A Shahagan does not thrash about against the currents. He is one with the water, flowing as it flows. Forgive me, Clutch Father. It's Boo, our youngest brother. What of him? He was spearfishing at Moonshade Isle, and then he was gone, spirited away by a shorewalker. Why? All I and my spawning seek is to live in peace. Lions, you were the first finless one to prove yourself a friend of my clutch. I'd ask you to accompany me to Moonshade Isles. I have no desire to turn my spear against the shorewalkers, but I shall defend my spawnings with my life. Travel on ahead, friend. I shall swim along shortly. Over there. Do you see? Curses. While we had our fins full with the small fry, he fled out to the sea, or clear out to the sea. But he was among the youngest. His skills had not fully yet taken form, and his limbs have been bound by the finless one. If he is to cast into the water, he'll drown like a shore walker. Come for my child, finless one. So you have. Most impeccable timing, if I say so myself. Save me, Clutch Father. Clutch Father, no! Huh. So much for the mighty Shahagan. For all your prideful posturing, in the end you are not but beast. Know your place and spare yourself any further suffering. Be strong, Clutch Father. Your son comes for you. These waters are too deep for a shore walker. Leave the Clutch Father's rescue to me. Return to the nursery and turn my spawn brothers to prepare to tend to his wounds. I hope Nov's alright. He doesn't deserve that.
Wait.
Hmm?
Was he the one who was like went against the guys who was trying to take power and he's like, I'm super powerful still?
Yeah.
And that was like 45 seconds of Father, no!
Well, his son was on the ship, so he turned his back to try to rescue his son, and the guy threw knives into his back. Because he's a cheap asshole.
That was quick.
Worry not, Lions. It's but a flesh wound, and worse I have suffered. No, it is the dishonor of failing to protect my child that cuts truly deep. This masked shore walker would steal my child from me. He will answer for his crimes. Yes, I must rest for a while. Lions, you may lack for gills, but you have as much. You are as much as my child as any of those I have spawned. It is as your Clutch Father that I would beseech your aid. I know not what I ask, what that masked shore walker means to do with Boo, but I fear for the boy's life. I leave this moment in pursuit, but I am not young, and my wounds are slow to heal. My son, pray rescue my brother in my stead. Your brother in my stead. There's a saying among our people: the shark that swallows a Shahagan will choke on its scales. Though my clash with the kidnapper might have appeared to be one-sided affair, I assure you it is not entirely so. After I tumbled into the waves, I struck at the villain's skiff with my spear. Even in my weakened state, I was able to open a sizable hole in its bottom. The vessel will flood before long, if it is not already. The Fiend will have no choice but to dock at the nearest port for repairs. There's one suitable location in western Lastancia. You will find the man at Aleport, I'm sure of it. Go forth, O strongest of my sons. Your spawn brother's life hangs in the balance. Okay, so we just gotta go to Aleport. That's easy enough. I actually gotta take a small break just to check on something. But I'll be right back, and we'll continue this quest line. So we need to go... There's someone in Airport we need to speak to. I'm gonna try to finish this quest up, but depending on how long it takes, I might not be able to. Scarlet skips revealed nothing unusual. Nothing unusual. You notice a small hole in the skiff's bottom. I doubt it as the kidnapper's vessel. Again he comes, unaware of what he seeks has already been swept away by the tide. Just couldn't leave well enough alone, could you, stranger? I suppose it matters little now. I know who it is you seek, for I seek him as well. I also know that our man left Ailport not bells ago, and none in town can speak as to his whereabouts. First it came for Sylphs, then for Shahagan. Yes, it is clear enough, the wheels are in motion, and they will not stop until every beast tribe has been crushed beneath. He must be stopped, and I will be the one to stop him. Who is that masked Makote? So you saw him as well, clad in all black and with a face of metal and that red eye burning in the darkness. They call him the Ebon Claw, as those who speak of his birth name are said to be not long for this world. To what dark end he preys upon the beast tribes, I cannot say, only that he cannot be allowed to continue. If you know more of our query, seek out Belderon at the Drowning Winch. I must move quickly, before tragedy strikes again. Okay, so now we gotta go back to Limsa. So much traveling around. Wait, what am I doing? It's over here. Others are my favorite regular lions. Have you come for a pint or a tail? I have both. Hugger me with a spear, and tell me you didn't just say what I think you said. I tell you not to tell me that, lions. Aye, just hearing those words sends a shiver up me spine. The Ebon Claw, Naza Jeb, so I suspect you avoid speaking the name if you prefer to have your head attached to your body, and the 5 deadliest sellswords in Eorzea by my measure. Not that you're like to have heard of him. Prefers to keep to the shadows, you see. Smuggling, assassination, extortion. The dirtier job, the more titillates the man. Believe it or not, he started out as an adventurer, not like yourself. Some reckon he might be the hero the realm was looking for, but doing good deeds didn't seem to satisfy him none. It didn't take him long to turn to the dark side. You're as strong as sure as a lot as I know, but that's why I give you this advice. Keep a wide berth of that man. I hate to see you end up like... Which reminds me, Lions. Someone stopped by the winch not long ago, asking if I seen you about. The officer of the Maelstrom, no less. I believe he said his name was Thatchrit. that barely broke didn't share any details, but it was a matter of some urgency. You'd best get along the Maelstrom Command and see what the fuss is. Alright, that should be right down here. It's easy enough. Yeah, I'm probably going to get a call here soon. Just because I gotta go to work here shortly, which is unfortunate. But we will finish this quest line up next time I start streaming, and we'll be all done with the Realm Reborn Beast. I think the Navigator, just the man I was looking to see. You remember Lieutenant Skitwa is, no doubt? She leaves quite an impression, but it would seem you left an impression on her as well. She asked for you specifically by name. So it seems there's another storm brewing at the 789th Order dig, and she reckons she needs your steady hand to navigate through. As for the nature of the storm, I have to hear it straight from her. Okay, yeah, you know what? We'll call it there. And then, we'll be done with the Beast Tribes, and I'll only have to use Ixal in order to level up all my crafting. Well, that might actually have to wait, because I am dangerously low on money, so I don't even know if I'll be able to do that. But, yeah, and with that, we'll be complete with that, and then all we have to do, still with the Realm Reborn, is all of the Lost in Sea quests, but we will wait on that until I actually start working on some of the classes that are over here. But we still have Thermitage to get through first. Until next time, I hope you all have a good